Welcome back to Gadget Mad Lad. This is a tech teardown. Samsung Genio Pro. That's the model of it. QWERTY Samsung slider. Back in the day, this was not too shabby. Had a 3 megapixel camera, 2.8 inch screen. Not too sure the processor inside it or anything, but it was decent. It was actually a good little phone. I had the non-QWERTY version of it. That was my go-to phone for about a year or something back in the day. I think maybe 2004, you know what I say? Don't hold me to that though. Right, well, here we go. So, turns on and stuff. It's pretty knackered, I think. It's a B5310 GT1, whatever that is. I'm not 100% sure the thing works properly, to be honest with you. I think it's got dead pixels on the screen. I'm just tearing it down to use it for parts, like the battery and stuff like that, and gold recovery. That's my intention. So, let's give it a second to turn on. Got my screwdriver there, ready for it. Make that call, cause I love you. Thank you, phone. I love you too. There we go. So that's it slid out. Nothing mega special. Such menu. Holy hell, that's unresponsive. Can you slide down? Oh crap, that is. Yep, the digitized. There or something's gone on. I think it's not. Let's have a look. This keypad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, *0#. Well, that clearly doesn't work. At least the back button kind of works. So, enough of the chit chat, let's just tear it to pieces. Battery is a 960 milliamp battery. Nice little, I'll probably use that for one of my future macro mods. Here we've got this AMI details and stuff, and some screws. So, this is, I'm not using this for spare parts or anything. It's literally, I'm not making it to save any of the parts off it. I will reuse some of the parts off it, but my intention is to just tear it to pieces. If I can salvage anything off it, great. If I can't, then no big deal. It's just gold recovery. So general rule of thumb when you're tearing something down, if you don't intend to put it back together, that is you see a screw, remove a screw. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'll get my tweezers, because some of these are little buggers and I'm going to be able to pick out otherwise. I have no intention of keeping any of these screws, they're just getting chucked in my crap pot next to me. It's like a little yogurt pot that I've got all my electronic rubbish in that don't end up getting used. When it's filled, I throw it in the bin. So just all Phillips screws / crossheads and these old Samsungs. Because it's old, a lot of screws are kind of stuck in with a bit like gunk / dead skin cells / God knows whatever else. Nasty. But I'll clean my hands after I washed it, so no worries there. As long as you're not sucking on the screws, I think you'll be safe. So got me fuse kit today. So I'll go in Acapulco for the DSI macro. That's going to be my next video, so hopefully you'll tune in for that. Do a mod that I've checked YouTube and I've not seen any videos actually showing that, so I'm hoping I'll be the first video documenting how to do it. I'm knocking the camera there, right? Sorry about that. Screws being a bugger to come out. Come out. Oh, there we go. So that screws out. So we have this screw. So the screen I would usually try and salvage from all mobile phones like this, because I've recently found out that you can get little connector boards from to give them HDMI connections and stuff. So I think that's a great idea for like a Raspberry Pi project or something, or a homemade handheld. So that's the reason I kept them in, just for the sake of thinking he would do. I would be able to wire them in someday or something. And now I've recently found out you can do that, so they'll come in on this eventually. But the reason I'm not keeping the screen off this is because it's all dead pixels, it's like a row of them, so the screen is naff, essentially, it's buggered. It's no big deal, but I'll salvage what I can from it, obviously. I'll still see if I can get the backlight out of it or something like that. So, waste not, want not and all that. So 2 screws there. We don't need to remove these ones yet, I don't think. So I guess the panel bit at the back. I'll take them out. Because like I said, you see a screw, remove a screw. That's probably the best way to test something down. Obviously, if you were doing it to put it back together again, you'd have your screws organised. What I can tell up to yet, they're all the same size anyway, so you wouldn't have a problem putting the wrong screw in the wrong hole. But saying that, I could be wrong. Like I say, I've not been keeping track of the length of them, well, properly anyway. So I think that should be able to crack open now. So let's double check there's no screws around here. I think we're good, so we're going to put our spodger in there and get it open. Give it a little wiggle. Yep, there we go, sign of life. Is it coming up? Come on, you bugger. There we go. If you hear all on clips, then unclip. That's the back one done. Got a little bit of a antennae ribbon cable connector, press connector thingamabob. So I will get that off it. I'll salvage that for gold recovery. I'll use it for something else maybe. So I've got an right, I'm seeing. Do you come out? Can disconnect anything from you? What's that? I'll sod the buttons, they can all come out. They get in the way of wires. Chuck them in a little bin thing. I'm seeing a back of a screw there, but I'm not quite sure I'm going to get to it. I don't know the side of that. What about doing that? Give me a little flathead screwdriver, where are you? Yeah, there you are. So let's see if we can pry something loose maybe. Anything down there will come loose? No, nothing there. What's this? Don't want to break that. I think that might be the camera ribbon. That is very confusing. So I see a connector here. So let's undo that. Will that free the board maybe? Still stuck in there somehow. Oh yeah. So we'll get off camera there for you. It's definitely sticky. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's kind of fidgeting it about until you find the right thing. I will keep that though, that might come out with something. Nice little tactile keypad. Very pretty red colour. I quite like that, to be honest with you. Definitely will use that for something else. As well, we've got the QWERTY keypad even, sorry. Which I'll show you underneath this. Not the greatest thing for gold recovery, but as I'll show you, it's not too bad. It's called flashing. I've stated this in other videos before, but go for it again. Bear in mind, I learn all my information off the YouTube, just like most people do. Alright, so see the gold pins underneath. You gotta get this sticky thing that's holding kind of tactile things. These are actually themselves are actually quite useful. I've repaired Xbox 360 pads with, you know, from old phone keyboards and shit. The little, oh, I keep swearing, don't I? I'm trying my best to keep this clean language, but I keep letting the S word slip. That's quite good for me as well, just so you know. These have these little tactile buttons. You click them in on a thing. That's how it's held in place. But that might be useful, might not be. I've got loads of them, so I probably don't need it. But let's get back to this. Let's move this to one side. There's not really much to that now. It's just the mechanism and the key. The screen. Which I'll probably take apart on the video. Might as well. We've gone this far, haven't we? Why not? So right now, let's get underneath this blue Kapton tape. I think it's Kapton tape. It's an unusual colour for Kapton tape. That's aqua blue. Very pretty. Not that's got any use at all, other than the stop things from shorting use, obviously. So yeah, quite useful. So we've got a little thing here. I think this is for the camera. Yep, pull that out. Will it come loose? No, that won't come loose. I think this is clipped to the board somehow. We'll pry this loose in a second. Down here, what forgot. Oh, there we got some screws. So 2 screws there. I'm not seeing anything else. I think that should free the rest of the housing. Well, not housing, the innards a nice micro USB port there, which might even be salvageable. I know the phone definitely charged up the battery, because I charged it to make sure it was good for the video, so the charger definitely works on it. Right, so what do we do now? What I'll attempt to pry that a little bit, get a bit of leverage on it. It seems to be lifting. Oh yeah, here it is, here it is. So let's get it from the right angle, haven't we? Right, so that doesn't sound too good. But like I said, I don't trying to do any repairs or anything. This is just a tear down. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, it's not the end of the world if you tear something you're not meant to tear or pull something you're not meant to pull. Let's get that settled in by. I thought it was the stickiness or something. It's not even sticky, so I'm not too sure. There's a speaker in there anyway. There's no contact for some more aerialness there. We've got the camera, which maybe can push out. And we've got the speaker, which has got its two pads there. That's quite small. That I might end up using that as an extra speaker in one of the macros that I use in the future. So what I'll do, I'll move this to one side for now because I will definitely use that for that. So when we come back, when I reference where I got the speaker from, this is the video I'm referencing. Right, so let's get the rest of it off then. I think they should do similar kind of things. Clip off. What? Come on, you bugger. A very long day today and very tired, so I need things to go smooth for me. A bit more gold there. Again, it's just gold flashing, I think. It's like gold tape kind of spray paint slash kind of thing. You can salvage it for something else if you want. I've got like this kind of stuff here. I gather it. I collect it. There's one that's not gold plated. That side, it's just that side. But I collect it and gather it all together. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm not quite far ahead. I figured I'd either sell it for the right price or try and reconstitute it myself. Thought that might make an interesting video. These here are BGA chips. Quite good. They're not all of them, sorry. Just the square ones are the BGA chips. I'm not too sure what these are. If it's got a row of dots underneath it, well then it's probably BGA. But they've got quite good gold pins and wire and stuff in them. I think it's 24 karat gold. So we've got a nice micro SD slot thing there, the female version of it. SD, what do you call it? SIM card slot. Battery terminal, which I could most likely definitely use for something else, because as you know, I reconstitute the batteries for other things. We've got a headphone jack there with some nice gold contacts in it. Some aerial pins that are gold plated. This itself, I might end up using. Don't know if it'll be this exact one. But the PSPs I was telling you about, that I'm planning to do mods with, what it is, I've got an adapter, and it turns the Sony Duo's memory stick into 2 micro SDs, essentially. So my thought was, if I use my multimeter and figure out what pin goes to what, could I not reverse engineer that so I could wire this directly into the PSP, and in turn give it a micro SD slot instead of the Sony Duo slot instead. I thought that might be a cool idea. And the thing is, well, that adapter can hold 2 memory cards, so maybe I could put 2 memory card slots in it, so you could all. I don't really see the logic behind that, so maybe just one. I don't. Well, we'll figure it out. We don't do things for logic here, do we? End of the day, we do it just for the sake of doing it. Alright, so got some more little chips in the back here. A little rusty speaker as a microphone, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a microphone. That. A little bit of corrosion on there, if you can see. Not too pretty, but the phone is like, what, at least, if it's 2014, I was right. 2020 now, aren't we? So 6 years old. I've actually seen older phones that have been in better condition, I'm not gonna lie. So any specifications or part numbers or anything like that you're interested in, I'll try and get them on camera. See the chip numbers. Any use to you? No? Okay. So that's that then. Oh, yeah, sorry, no, it's not. That's not that. Have you heard me going on myself? Still the top bit to tear down, isn't it? So we shift that to one side. This should only take a few seconds, I think. So like I said, general rule of thumb is remove screws if you see screws. Screw the screws. Unless obviously you're in prison or something, in which case don't do that. I do that if you want to do that, I don't know. It's waffle some crap, me. Sounded funny in my head than it did in reality, but done everything. They ain't coming loose. Are they coming loose? Sliding mechanism is a pain in my butt. So let's get you off. There's one. Like I said, I'm not taking any specific care here or anything. It's just get the thing torn down. There we go, got that one out as well. So now it's just a few more. I think we're done. So chuck them away. And here, I think these are solving the mechanism in place, and then we should be able to access the top bit. The actual mechanism itself, I do sometimes keep them, I sometimes don't. It depends on how smooth the actual mechanism is, if it's like, you know, creaky and glitchy and that kind of stuff. I don't exactly know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'll find some kind of use for it surely. Maybe like a Star Trek themed foam rebuild or something, I don't know. I'm going to start working with plastics very soon, so hopefully I should get quite good at doing that. And I'm considering it to be like a poor man's 3D printer. So, see how good my skills are with this plastic material that I end up working with here. Only time will tell. So I've got a bit more gold plating on that there. Does that come off? That's the actual ribbon in it. So that's stuck down to that. So there you go. And that's that free from that. That's just brass in there. They're not actually gold plated, I don't think. Well, they could be gold plated, maybe I'm wrong. They do look like the brass though, so I'd assume brass. You can use your wire cuts to get them out if you collect brass, I do. Alright, so I'm going to have to call it a day there, because my flash has just gone on my phone again. Alright, so, like I said, this is a PCB of a screen, and over that, nothing special. If there's an LED or something there, I'll try and get that. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode where we're doing the DSI macro, or something like that maybe. Bye, thanks, bye.